Mozart is probably the most recognizable composer in Turkey. Ask anybody on the street who Mozart is, and they will invariably think of the Turkish March. That piece has been subject to rap songs, to traditional Turkish music arrangements, and many more. I can confidently say that Mozart is probably the most well-known figure from classical music scene in Turkey. Hi, my name is Çakmur and I come from Turkey, and I have been living in Germany for the past 7 years. I play the piano, and I recorded this CD on a beautiful Bösendorfer Vienna concert grand. It was an instrument that had quite a lot of potential for changing the color while retaining its very nice speaking, mellow and soft sound. We were all very inspired by the possibilities of the instrument, and I'm very happy to have had the chance to record the CD on this instrument. I must have heard quite a few Mozart symphonies in our local symphony hall before I started playing the piano, but the first conscious memory of Mozart is with the C major Sonata Facile, where at the end of the exposition there was this long trill, and I remember struggling with that trill and cursing about it day and night. Well, obviously since then Mozart has changed his standing as one of my most beloved and favorite composers, and a composer that had a very important part in my musical development. In this volume 1 we are dealing with a very young Mozart, with the first violin concerto and the 8th piano concerto that is still far away from the later operas and the piano concerti, and one that's still kind of indebted to the earlier Stil galant. And this gives the music a certain kind of modesty, a certain kind of dignified aura, without going into extremes very much. That's also valid for how he treats the keyboard. I tried to convey this feeling of lightness and airiness while still retaining a certain sense of dramatic urgency by, well, embellishing the piece as was the custom back then, and also adding new cadenzas of mine. This recording was the first occasion that I had to play such an early piece by Mozart, and such a piece comes with its own challenges. We are used to Mozart as this composer with huge outbursts in both dramatic direction and the jovial direction, and with his abrupt mood changes, which is much more subdued here. And this was a challenge for me to bring forth the dramatic differences in the music without actually crossing the border of this dignified, this modest aura. I feel that with the effect of historically informed practice kind of seeping into the mainstream, the new generation approaches Mozart in a much freer and much more emotionally accessible way, rather than to make Mozart into this crystalline, absolutely beautifully removed composer that he was sometimes seen to be. I think this is the main difference between Mozart of the previous generation and Mozart of now. Bizler Mozart'ın yeni jenerasyonuyuz.